have a dream.
We choose to go to the moon.
There's cities to be built, and there's a world to be helped.
I regard myself as a soldier.
We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight
from where the zipper ends, round under my back to my bunghole, down where your nuts hang.
I guess all of you would say this about your mother.
Welcome to History Squirt. I'm Ron Thompson.
And I'm Jason.
And what do we have this week, Jason?
We're going to do King John. All right. Do you know who King John is?
No.
Of England?
I don't. I think he was the king in... Wasn't King John the king in Robin Hood?
He is the king in Robin Hood. That is the correct answer. Yes. He is the king from Robin Hood. All right. Robin Hood's not really history, but, you know, we're going to talk about... Yeah.
Is he the bad king, or is he the king who comes back?
He's kind of both. Comes back from where? Where did he go?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just thinking in Robin Hood Men in Tights, the king comes back, and there was like someone else usurping his throne while he was gone.
Yes. No, that is definitely our story. So the person coming back is his brother.
Richard.
Richard. That is correct. Richard. And Richard will come into our story as well. All right. So John was born 1166. I like that year. I thought it was a good number. His father was Henry II, King of England. But he wasn't just King of England. He also had Normandy and Anjou as provinces in France. Right? His mother was Eleanor, and she was a powerful Duchess of Aquitaine, but also had claims to Toulouse and Avignon in southern France. So his mother and father are both very powerful people. He was the youngest.
They were trying to unite. She wasn't French though. She was French.
They're both kind of French at this time. So even the English kings at this stage are still probably speaking French.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So because we talked about our 1066, that's only 100 years ago, they're French. They're very involved in French life.
I don't actually know what happened in 1066. I've got no idea.
The French conquered England. The Normans conquered England.
Oh, they won.
Yeah, they won.
They won.
Yeah. And all of England was replaced with Norman lords.
I didn't know that. I thought that they hadn't won before or since Napoleon.
Well, yeah, they kind of did. They definitely won battles before that.
except in Vietnam. Seemed like they won in Vietnam.
Who, the French?
Before the Vietnam. Yeah, before the Vietnam War.
Did the French fight the Vietnam War?
I don't know, but they owned Vietnam before that. So if you go there, Vietnamese is has a lot of French influence in the language. It's kind of like half French.
Yeah, there's a lot of African countries too that would say that the French beat them, and
they treated them like absolute shit. It's pretty bad.
Right. So our young John, he's the fourth son.
Oh, that's why we've got banh mi. That's why we've got banh mi. You know how it's a baguette with Vietnamese ingredients.
No,
that's
from
the French banh mi. You've never seen a banh mi?
No.
You've never been to a bakery in Australia?
Yes, I have.
Every bakery in Australia is owned by Vietnamese people, and they make banh mi.
That's definitely not true.
They make banh mi, and they're really good. They put duck pate on it. It's really nice.
That does not sound nice. Sorry, where were we? We're at fourth son. So he's the fourth son of the king. So he's very much down the pecking order. All right.
So he's got 3 murders to commit.
Yeah. So we've got 3 murders to commit during this episode. All right. Actually, technically 4 because we've got to kill your father as well.
Yeah, I suppose you could hope for natural attrition, but yeah, if you want it to happen a bit quicker than that.
Well, at some stage you're going to have children too. You want to take them out before they have children because.
How many kings died of natural causes? Not many.
No, there's a few. And by this stage, yeah, there's a few. Early on, not so much, I wouldn't have thought. But by this stage, yeah, a lot of them do live to You say old age, like some of them just die. Like, diseases, just eventually takes you.
Fall under the bewitchment of a shrew or a wizard or something like that.
A druid,
like
the druids in England, if we're
like the guy who was the head of Rohan in Lord of the Rings,
He's been bewitched.
Yeah, that guy whispering in his ear.
No, I don't think that was going on. All right, so John's got he's got 3 older brothers. He's got a Henry, who will be crowned King of England. He's got his brother Richard, who will be appointed the Count of Aquitaine, and his brother Geoffrey, who will become the Duke of Brittany. And that would mean that John has no inheritance.
Oh, nothing. Was he disliked?
His own father called him Lackland as a nickname.
Is that an earlier form of Lackland? Okay, I was going to say
because he lacks land.
He lacks land. I get it. It's pretty harsh.
It is pretty harsh from your dad, isn't it? But his dad decides to betroth him to an heiress to try and get him some possessions. And he transferred some of the castles to him into John's name. John was only 5 years old when this arranged marriage was set up to give him these castles. And unfortunately, his wife died before they got married.
How old was she?
So,
same age?
Yeah, I think she was a similar age. But the point was he never got to age to actually marry her because she died.
Yeah,
all those castles that he was set to inherit are now not his anymore.
Oh, he got them taken away, even though they were his.
Well, they were kind of like he was going to marry into the family and then take over the castles, but because he never married into the family.
Yeah. This is the first male sort of youth betrothal that we've had.
Yeah.
It's always like a 5-year-old girl, but a 5-year-old boy, I feel like it's a rare occurrence.
Yeah. I guess so.
So was he calling him land lacquer or whatever?
Lackland, yeah.
At 5?
Yes, I believe so, from a young age, yeah.
What a fucking dick. He's like, by the time I was 5, I had a kingdom.
I think he did actually.
Nothing, you fucking scrub.
From memory, he had it quite young too. It was a boy king, his dad.
What a fucking asshole. What a terrible father.
John spent time traveling with his father in the conflicts when he was younger and was regarded as his father's favorite. So even though he's been teasing him about being Lackland, he's become his favorite.
This doesn't make any sense. Oh, he became his favorite later, I suppose, yeah.
And he actually found him more land. He got him the Earl of Cornwall and tried to replace him as Lord of Ireland. So he's trying to get him land. His daddy is trying to get him land. He wants to give his son land. So Henry then fought a short war against Richard. So Richard's now the second son. So we got Henry the second, the dad.
Yep.
We got Henry the firstborn son, Richard the secondborn son, Geoffrey the thirdborn son, John the fourth.
I'm glad that you finally learnt that I need clarification. Who's the father? Who's the son? I try to pay attention, but my brain doesn't work that way.
So Henry is fighting Richard over status in England, Normandy, and Aquitaine. So his dad then moves in to support Richard, and the young king dies of dysentery. So Henry II is still alive, but his firstborn son has now died. Whilst fighting
dysentery.
Yeah, it is.
Dysentery is just fucking diarrhea, basically, right?
Basically, yeah. Basically. So the two oldest sons were fighting each other, and the oldest one is now dead. So we have to rearrange the succession plan. So Richard's now to be King of England. Geoffrey will retain Brittany, and John now becomes the Duke of Aquitaine in Richard's place. Okay, so we're splitting back up again.
Yeah, so he's pissed at Richard, though. Like, he's like, oh, fine, it fucking goes to you, but, like, I'm not happy about it.
Well, this is the next bit. Richard refuses to give up Aquitaine.
Oh,
so Aquitaine's it's a
John.
big province in the south. So he was supposed to have that, but now he's become King of England. His dad's tried to swap it around, but Richard's like, no, that's mine. You know?
Okay, and Henry's still alive then? He's just retired?
Yeah, the dad's still alive. He's just sort of giving his land out to his kids. No, he's still sort of ruling. He's just... so he's still King of England, and Richard would become King of England when he dies. But he's now saying, Richard, hey, you're going to be King of England. And he's like, well, yeah, that's fine, but I'm also keeping Aquitaine.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's just that you said he was king, and I was like, what? Anyway, let's get on with the story.
Was to be made king, anyway. So Richard refused to give up Aquitaine. Henry, the king, was furious and ordered John and Geoffrey to go on march and retake it by force. The two attacked. Richard attacked by attacking Brittany, and the war ended in a stalemate, and they all reconciled in 1184.
I would like to see that reconciliation. He's going to like a family reunion or something. He's just like, hey, remember that time when you fucking tried to murder me and take my kingdom? Fuck, those were good times, eh?
Yeah, it seems a bit of that. Like,
it's all water under the bridge now.
So, yeah, Dad's got England. Richard's got Normandy, which is like the top of France. Geoffrey's got Brittany, which is like the end bit of France, the north east, I guess it would be. West. No, northwest. John's supposed to be taking Aquitaine. So it's basically England and France all fighting, but they're all fighting their own family.
Yeah, it's always fun. Like, they're not very congenial. Like, they're always so ambitious. Like, this Richard guy, he could have just been like, oh, yeah, cool, I'll be, king when I'm ready, and, and I'll give, that tiny little bit of land to the land lacquer.
Yeah.
Just move on, but no.
It's like, I'm giving you $1 million in the thing. I want to give him some money too. You're like, nah, I'm taking that money too. I'm just going to take all the money. It's all mine. So John, they decided to try and have him proclaimed King of Ireland. So John's gone over to Ireland to try and be proclaimed King of Ireland. But that didn't go very well.
When was the potato famine?
Oh, buddy.
Way later.
Way later. Way later. Alright, so problems with the family grew. Geoffrey has now died in a tournament. He was trapped by his horse and had a heart attack.
And he was the one between Richard and John.
Yes. So that's the third brother. So he's now died. Alright. So that obviously
horse jumping.
A horse. No, he was in a tournament and he was trampled by a horse and had a heart attack.
Okay.
So our boy John is now a lot closer to the England throne. So Richard was keen to join the crusade, and he had concerns that while he was away, that John would take his throne.
So, who were the Crusades led by? Were they led by the king against the Saracens, or was it led? It was led by the papacy, and people just joined.
It was a bit dodgy, but it was generally called on by
like
the papacy.
Movement.
It was called on by the papacy.
Okay.
But it got a bit out of control when it got down there.
Got a little out of control.
Well, it was just people.
The boys partied a little too hard. Spent a little too much time away from their wives. Had a bit too much freedom.
Okay. Let's say there's like 500 guys, right? They're all armed to the teeth. They're all walking towards Jerusalem, right? And they just rock up in this like small village. It's got like 2,000 people. Like, these 400 people just take over, wouldn't they? Like, he can't stop them. They're just
You think
walking
they
into
would've-
town and just...
If they're just a band of rabble rousers, you think they get their ass kicked by
Yeah,
the
but they're not.
Saracens
They're quite
or whoever
large and they're
going.
knights and they're
Very Christian knights.
sort of formed them all together when they got there, but on the way there and on the way back, it was a bit of a disaster.
Anyway, so Richard decides he wants to join the Crusades.
Yeah, so he wants to join the Crusades. He hasn't left yet, so they're arguing over what he wants to. He wants to join a new crusade, but is concerned about if he goes away, Henry could give it to John, and he doesn't want that to happen. So Richard decides to form an alliance with the King of France, and decided that he didn't trust his father, and that he was just going to take the throne off his father and then go on crusade.
That makes sense. Yeah, shore it up before you go.
Well, no, you gotta take your father out before you go.
Yeah. Make sure everything's sort of
'Cause we talked about
copacetic,
before that
everything's in line before you leave.
Yeah, so he's allied with the King of France, and they campaign against his dad.
I imagine he just said to his dad, he's just like, "Yeah, Dad, look, I'm gonna have to kill you. It's all in my vision board. I've been cutting some newspaper clippings out. I've sort of, made a vision for myself of what I want in the future, and one of them is you dead before I leave."
Well, then
I
he's
assume that's how the conversation went.
Well, then as soon as he attacks him, he obviously declares John as his successor.
Yeah,
He's
immediately.
like, you're on the other side, so he's now no longer the successor. Okay, but then after this war, Henry agrees to peace and makes Richard the successor again.
Oh my god, he's a fucking pushover. He's like, "Oh, you got me again, son." But
Well, actually, the funny thing is that like John actually changed sides when it appeared that the dad was losing, and he then joined Richard.
I don't like this. Yeah, I don't like the king the most. I think 'cause he's just like, "Oh, you've been a bad boy, son. You got me again, but hey, you're not going to do it again, are you?" He's like, "No, Daddy, I won't."
No. The mum through all this.
He does it again.
I think we'll get into the mum later, but the mum the whole time is just going, "Boys, can you just stop fighting? Please, can everybody just stop fighting?"
Imagining her, like, she's not even upset. She's just, like, rolling her eyes. She's just like, "Oh, boys will be boys, right?" Committing, what's it called when you kill a king? Regicide.
Regicide, yeah.
Boys will be boys with their regicide.
We're still young. So, shortly after this takes place, Henry actually does die. So Richard becomes king. We're 1189. Okay? And as we talked about, he wants to go on crusade.
And now he can. He's free to do so.
And now he can. So he raises a huge amount of money to go on his expedition, sells all his lands, and gives appointments and titles to people. And he named his 4-year-old nephew Arthur as his heir, who was now ruler of Brittany, right?
Instead of his brother. That's very
So
funny.
Arthur
I guess he wants it.
Arthur is Geoffrey's kid.
Oh, listen.
So the third brother's son.
That's even worse.
See,
That's
but
even worse.
he's 4 years old. He's also 4.
Yeah.
And he's already in control of Brittany.
He's like, he's got a better mind than John, than my feeble-minded brother John. This 4-year-old child.
John was forced to make a promise that he would not visit England for the next 3 years. So that just proves how much his brother obviously trusts his brother. That he's like, please just don't go to England at all. I don't trust that you're not going to start shit there.
Yeah, just promise you won't.
So he left someone named Longchamp in charge, and he was not very good at being in charge while Richard was away on crusade. So Mummy gets involved and convinces Richard that she should allow John to be home, to be in England in his absence.
I think she just wanted to see John. I think she was an empty nester by this particular point in time. I think she missed her boy.
Yeah. So John then comes back, finds the unpopular ruler, sets himself up as an alternative ruler in the own court, and complete with his own justice system, chancellors, and other royal posts. So he just turns up and sets up government.
He drew a line over in the sand or something. He drew a line across the town, and he went, "Hey, anyone who wants to be on, my side, come over here." That's the stuff.
So armed conflict broke out between John and this Longchamp, and Longchamp was locked in the Tower of London, and John took control of the city of London.
Nice. And he never got out. Longchamp, he just stayed there.
I don't know how we go with Longchamp. Let's see how we go with Longchamp. He's just locked in prison for now.
Killed him eventually, probably.
No, probably not. They probably kept him. Good prisoner trade.
Defenestration. That's where you throw someone out of a window.
Yeah. So then John goes around and bribes and convinces all the nobles to change the heir to him, not our little boy Arthur. Okay. At this point, Richard sends back a few of his knights. Yeah.
Maybe Arthur was a savant. Like, have you ever seen Mercury Rising? And that kid, figures out the code. He figures out some complex government code, and then Bruce Willis has to protect him. Maybe that's what this kid's like. But, I think in Mercury Rising, the kid's, basically non-verbal. But he's just really good at maths.
Yeah, okay.
But maybe that would have been enough. Maybe that's what the kingdom needed. They just needed good logistics.
I think he just
not really solid leadership.
I think he legit just didn't want his brother trying to steal his throne, which he clearly is doing.
Yeah, obviously.
It's he's not allowed in England, Mum. He keeps trying to steal my kingdom. Just let him back in, man. It'll be fine. He comes back in and he immediately steals the kingdom.
Yeah. This family, not a good track record.
And this is obviously when the proposed Robin Hood stories take place. So Richard, the good king, is off fighting the Crusades like a good holy man. John is in charge. He's taxing everybody because he wants money and power, and that's the sort of person he is. And Robin Hood has to stand up against the tyrant that is not keeping England free.
I think that John's getting a bit of a rough deal here. Because if I think he didn't have such an abusive father, he probably would have been all right.
I think,
his dad didn't treat him very well.
I think his dad loved him. He just sort of was
abusive.
I don't know what causes all these guys to just. I don't know why they all turned on their father. You're never gonna even historians don't know because it's the mind of someone. But the fact that all your kids keep turning on you, there's something wrong with you.
His dad loved him, and he's like, I love you the most. You're my beautiful little ashtray, and that's why I put all my cigarettes out on you. Because I love you. I love you the most. I could never put a cigarette out on any of my other children.
Well, he's the only one that, I guess he didn't have any lands to actually fight him, but, he's the only one that doesn't declare war on his own father.
Well, and he battled with his dad.
Yeah, he generally battled with his
occasions.
Dad. Because he doesn't really have anything, I think, is the issue. Go back to the Lacklands. He didn't have any land to get men from to actually fight a war, whereas everyone else does.
No. Yeah, he might have had to make them from mud. Or something. What are they calling it? There's that Jewish thing, Goyim? That mud monster thing. You can make a few of those.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. You're making people out of mud now. I'm gone. Alright, so at this point, Walter of Constance and Archbishop of Rouen returned to England to restore Richard's order in England. So he sends his two guys back to England. They were undermined. John's position was undermined by these two people and their popularity. But then he decided to spread news that Richard had married whilst in Cyprus and that Richard would be having illegitimate children.
Cyprus.
So he starts a rumour. I think he's basically starting a rumour that Richard's married a non-Christian.
Oh,
which is
yeah,
very
I guess
bad.
That's bad. Yeah, unbaptized children.
So the King of France returned from crusade, and John began to talk an alliance with him. John hoped to acquire the French lands held by Richard in exchange for allying himself with Philip. So now he's going to take Normandy, Anjou, and Aquitaine and hold the Kingdom of France, not England, because he's lost control of England.
John really should have just become like a crypto bro or something. I feel like, he had the money, he had the time. He sounded like he had a bit of land. Should have just got into crypto.
Yeah, a little bit, but not much.
I don't know what the crypto of the time was, like puzzles.
But actually, he decides not to do this alliance with Philip because his mummy talks him out of it. So mummy's turned up again.
She's a good woman.
And mummy says, don't ally against your brother and France and start a giant war. Now Longchamp's back. So Longchamp Longchamp had been released from prison and had been forced out of England, but has now returned. And now says that everything that went wrong was all John's fault, and John's a terrible person.
That makes sense. Is Longchamp a horse? Because it sounds like a horse's name.
It's a good name. I just like the name. I think the only reason he's in this story is because he's got a good name.
I do like him. Yeah, I feel like I like him, and yeah, it can only be that because I don't know anything about him.
It's just a great name. Like he doesn't do that much. Because then John eventually now he's blaming John. John pays him off and promises him royal administration jobs, and Longchamp goes, "Yeah, okay," and that's the end of him.
That's it.
He's now on John's side.
A lot of side switching. They're not very loyal.
Yes.
They kind of just follow whoever's the top dog at the time, or wherever they think they're going to get benefit. But I suppose what else are you going to do? Like, because they're so powerful, these people. Like, you literally, you can't live unless you're allied with one of them.
This is true.
I can't imagine, you can run off and run away unless you went over to Europe and hid somewhere there, but, not in England.
Yeah, you can definitely run across the you can definitely go into Europe, though.
Yeah, but not yet. But I mean, in England, they're gonna find you.
Yeah, they will. They will. So Richard didn't return from the crusade. As we talked about before, Philip, the King of France, returned, but Richard didn't return. And obviously we don't have mobile phones, and it's sort of like, what happened to him? Where'd he go? So everyone's sort of wondering, well, what's happened to Richard? John just declares that Richard's dead and declares himself king.
Yeah,
okay.
Solid move. What else are you going to do?
Well, yeah, he's not coming back. So, in fact, Richard had been captured by the Duke Leopold V of Austria, and was then handed over to Emperor Henry VI, who held him for ransom. So the Austrians have now got him and are holding him for ransom.
And gave him over to France.
No, gave him over to the Emperor of Austria.
Yeah, okay. I thought you mentioned... Oh.
I was about to say that John...
Henry?
It's a Henry, yeah. It's another Henry.
Oh, I see.
Henry's a solid name in England. Right.
Yeah, they love it.
Yeah,
and
they
now
do.
It's just like a fucking little vacuum that they use in hotels. You seen the little Henry vacuums? They're got the red top. They got a face on them.
No.
Very popular vacuum for hotels. I've never seen them outside of a business setting.
Yeah, right.
But that's what became of Henry's.
We should probably start an ad right now while we're doing things. We don't know what's happened. A sort of a mystery during the ad. Think about what's happened to poor old Richard.
Sure, we can do an ad now. This one warrants an American accent, so we'll see how we go. Introducing Digital Penis, the world's first biological digital companion. We extract your physical member, distill its vital essence, and upload it into a self-contained digital buddy that lives in your pocket and only wants your time. No pressure, no performance, just friendship forever. Pretty short one?
Pretty short one, yeah. Digital penises.
Do you understand Do you understand the product?
That we're uploading our penis into a Tamagotchi-like pet and then keeping it with us?
That is exactly it, my friend. So I was going to write a little theme song for this. I've got like a little jingle that goes along with it. But I don't want to get us sued because it does sound very much like, well, allegedly sounds like another song, a very famous song. But I might just I'll sing it to you, but I'm not gonna turn it into a song. But it goes like, digital penis is your digital friend. Digital penis is the digital end for your physical penis, because it's an app now. So it goes like that.
You need to then have the little fast talking at the end. Digital penis is not the
Well,
you need that.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Can see a lot of
do you
people.
think this is a good idea?
Yeah, I do.
Do you know what the benefits would be?
Uh,
Something like this?
Well, like, instead of having to stroke my own penis, I could just stroke this penis instead. Guess that would be one of the advantages.
Yeah, so I mean, you don't have to worry about like libido or anything like that anymore. You know, you don't have to worry about the opposite or the same sex, whatever your preference is. None of that anymore. You can just focus on you, on your work, on your art. Yeah, that's kind of it.
There might be some girls that want one. Can they just have a penis that, like, obviously is not... Can we give them a penis somehow?
No. So basically, this thing, we distill the essence. So like the sort of spirit of the penis into the app.
Spirit of the penis.
Yeah. So
you're saying I can't duplicate my penis?
No. So you won't have a penis after this. You'll only have the digital penis.
Oh.
Now, one thing that I would warn about is so you were right. It's basically a Tamagotchi that is the sort of the essence or the soul of your penis. Now, you do have to feed it on a regular schedule. I think you have to like clothe them and stuff like that for the weather. But the one thing that I would warn about is that if your digital penis dies, if you don't attend to it enough, it does die forever, and you can never get it back.
Right. Well, if you don't look after your normal penis, it'll die, and that's how this all works.
That's true, but it's not quite as needy as digital penis.
And the advantages of having a penis in digital form are what?
Like I said, no libido. Don't have to worry about any of that sort of stuff anymore. You can just focus on sort of living your life, enjoying it. Drinking wine, that sort of stuff.
All right.
And I guess we'll give you a Kawaka. I think that's how you say it. Kawaka in its place. I don't know if you know what that is. It's something that birds have. I don't know if any other animals have it. But it's just like a hole that they shit, piss, and fuck with.
Yes. Yes. That is what birds have. All right.
You don't seem to have many questions about this product. I guess it's pretty straightforward.
It's a pretty straightforward product. I'm not like, there's not really a thing down there. I don't know why people would want to lose libido, but I could see that some people it would get in the way. They're too busy trying to have sex all day, and now you've just put it in digital form, and now you can just look after it that way. Seems quite handy.
You're not interested in like what the soul or the essence
soul
of the penis might be? Yeah.
I'm not. Well, yeah, that's the bit I don't really understand, but I'm not really a scientist, so I don't really understand how you're extracting this. I thought you would be able to download it and then multiply it. And then, for example, you could sell your secondary penises to people who might want them.
I'm thinking you could trade them to evolve them.
Yeah?
Or maybe feed them a stone.
Are they Digimons? Can we battle them somehow?
Yeah, but if it dies, it dies forever.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Digital penis used cum load. Something like that. Use squirt.
Yeah. It's crazy. All right. I think we should get back to it.
Back to it.
Where were we? John has taken the throne after claiming his brother's dead. But his brother's not dead, he's just been captured. So John then decides to marry the daughter of the King of France.
I really thought that he'd just marry his own mother. It's like, she's the most beautiful, most smartest woman that I've ever met in my entire life. And I love her. And I'm going to marry her. But no, he's found someone else.
Yep, so people still loyal to Richard and those loyal to John have now begun fighting between themselves in England. And John's position was eventually too weak, and he had to agree to a truce. And then the king finally returned, and John's remaining forces surrendered.
He gave up real quick. Although I guess you say he was pretty embattled by that particular point in time.
Well, by the time there's still people loyal to Richard who are still fighting on his behalf. And the thing
not
is,
many of them.
The mother and these people loyal to Richard have had to gather a huge sum of money to pay this ransom. Like, it's something staggering. I haven't got the figures here, but it's, sort of like, 10% of GDP of England for the year or something, which is obviously an insane amount of money.
What'd be most annoying about that for the general taxpayer or the serfs or whatever they are is they do not give a shit.
Yeah.
They would not. They'd be like, don't fucking spend 10% of our money on getting this guy back. Like, he was a dick.
Well, the thing is, John's not also doing the same thing. Everyone's, his mother was like, John, help get your brother back. And he's like, why? I'm like, if he stays over there, I get to keep England.
Yeah, he's got no vested interest.
Yeah. So John runs back to Normandy, where Richard finds him a year later. And Richard declares that John, despite being at the age of 27 right now, he is merely a child with evil counselors, but forgave him, but removed the lands with the exception of Ireland.
Did he not learn anything from his own example that he set with his father? Like, that you just can't just forgive, your relation and just move on. It doesn't work like that, obviously, in his family.
Well, so this is the weird thing, because it then says for the remaining years of Richard's life, John supported his brother and was continuously loyal. Okay. So he helped his brother, helped him fight a siege in 1195. So Richard died in 1199. Okay. He was actually shot by an arrow by a kid while they were playing war games.
Oh, just fucking around.
Just fucking around. Fuck-assing around. Some teenage boy accidentally hit the king with an arrow, went straight through his armor. Richard forgave the boy.
You think he got a good spanking? That child,
No.
surely.
No, because he didn't die immediately. He died an infection kind of thing. So he died over 2 weeks later kind of stuff. But he called that boy down and forgave him on his deathbed and said no one's to, get this kid in trouble for killing me.
That's pretty good. That's
So
good closure for that child.
Yeah. Because he might have been fucked.
Yeah. He could have had some real mental health challenges, and there wasn't anyone to see back then. There's no one who could help you.
All right, so now there's two claimants to the throne. There's John, and there's young Arthur the First of Brittany. So that...
How old is Arthur by this point in time?
Hang on, let's count him up. He's probably... What did we decide he was? So he was 4... He's probably 12, 13? Yeah, let's go with 12, 13. That's just quick maths. John was supported by most of the English and Norman nobility and was easily crowned. His mummy helped him too.
I told you, she's a good woman.
Well, she's actually quite powerful too, because she's quite she's well connected and Like,
I hope her and Longchamp get married.
whatever happened to Longchamp?
I think that'd
What
be
happened?
nice for them.
You want to do a podcast on Longchamp?
I feel like there's not much to find out.
We'll work on it. I'm writing it down right now. All right. So Arthur decided to team up with Philip, the King of France. I'd just like to point out Philip keeps changing sides too. Dead set. Like he was John on John's side, he was on this guy's side, he's on that guy's side. He's swapping sides every 5 minutes too.
Wait, but Philip is not related to them.
He's not related, he's the King of France.
No. Yeah, okay.
But like he keeps getting involved in these family conflicts and keeps like joining different sides every time.
Yeah, just trying to start shit.
I think he's just trying to take out the strongest person. He's like, oh, you're the weaker one, I'll join you and make his all weak. So John moved to defend his position against Arthur, who was attacking Normandy. John convinced someone to change sides, and suddenly the balance seemed to tip away from Arthur and Philip and in favour of John. John negotiated a treaty with Philip and recognised that he was the rightful heir to Richard in respect to his French possessions.
Oh, okay, so just the French stuff went to Philip.
Well, that's all no, Philip gave all the French stuff, let John have all the French stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever.
Because it's sort of a weird system where it's like they're both kings of England and France, right? But then they've got, basically states inside that thing, and then people who control the states, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the King of England is in control of states that are in France. So technically he's his own king, but also these lands in France come under the French king. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Not really. You have no idea.
Sort of. It's like almost like a state government, federal government situation.
John earned the title John Softsword from some English chroniclers.
I think that's worse than no landhaver or whatever. Landless.
Lackland.
Soft sword.
Soft sword.
Is it a erectile dysfunction joke? Is that?
I don't know. They just start calling him John Soft. It just says chroniclers started referring to him as John Softsword. Bit of a strange thing. No one really knows why they decided that. So John decided to marry somebody else, and that pissed off the French king, and they were back at war again. So in order to remarry, John needed to abandon his first wife, and he argued that he failed to get the necessary papal dispensation to marry the countess in the first place, as it was a cousin. So he's decided he's not marrying the French kings. So he's actually technically in the family then.
Who is? Philip.
This Philip II of France, because his daughter is John's cousin somehow.
Ah, okay. He's not going to marry the cousin, or he's going to marry the cousin.
No, he's not going to marry the cousin. He's saying that I'm getting divorced because she's my cousin. I'm going to marry this other person. John was apparently in love with her. Yeah. Also, she was 14.
A lot of kissing cousins back then.
There was. So there was a lot of issues. Like I said before, Philip being the feudal lord over John when it came to his French assets. So he started using this stuff and started saying that, because he was Duke of Normandy, that he had to come to the French court and chat with him and, be a part of the French kingdom. But he's like, no, I've got my own kingdom. And it was all a bit... So there's a lot of stuff going on with John and Philip right now. At which stage, Philip decides to, again, join Arthur, and they decide to take Normandy again.
Do you know what really would have fixed this whole situation? Especially like the years and years of war between the UK and France. Just a same-sex marriage between the two of them, Philip and John.
Yeah,
that would have fixed everything.
It might
Civil
have,
union. It would have made everything better.
They did that anyway. They did that and they don't care. We've just been talking about the fact that they're all turn on their own feet. Like, what we'll do is just get married. Everyone will be happy. No, they've been doing that the whole time.
Could have had a nice couple of Bichon Frisés.
And then Arthur's done the unthinkable. He's
married the cousin.
No, worse. He threatened Mummy. He has now besieged the castle that Mummy is now in.
No, she's a saint.
Her name's Eleanor of Aquitaine, for the record. Like, I know I keep calling her Mummy, but but now, I
think she'd want you to.
So then John's obviously rushed to the battlefield. He's caught Arthur by surprise and defeated him in a battle and captured him.
Gotta kill him. But he's going to let him go. He's going to be like, hey, don't do it again. Because that's what this family does.
John kept the rebel leaders in such bad condition that 22 of them died. So he captured all the leadership of this army and 22 of them died. So he's treating them like shit. He also then kills Arthur.
Good, finally. Finally, some closure.
You're happy with that, are you? You're like, yes.
Yeah.
Killed
Couldn't
Arthur.
have been. Sword couldn't have been too soft.
That's not very nice.
What?
That's not very nice.
What do you mean? His sword couldn't have been too soft if he managed to kill Arthur.
Well, I don't think he... Yeah, well, you're making penis jokes. Oh, that's not nice. Why are you making... We don't know what's a penis joke.
Have you never seen that? This, you know, the ones that the French use? That's a soft sword.
I want to call you Ron Soft Sword's a great name.
What are they called? Those, you know, the things they use in fencing. That's a soft sword.
I don't think it's called a soft sword, is it?
No, it's not. It's called something else, but I can't remember.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't know what it's called. I just don't know. That's not part of history.
Yes, yes, it is. History is everything but that.
History is everything
it's
but
everything
that.
but the French soft sword.
So John eventually won the war, and Philip gave him back all his lands.
It's called a foil, an épée, or a saber.
Yeah, saber. That's what it's called.
I think I've heard it called a foil before.
All right, so he has to start raising new men from outside his normal ranks. So he starts
from the mud.
So I think there's been so much battling and wars and stuff that everyone's sick of it. So he has to start hiring men and getting new men in, and the barons don't like this. John's very suspicious of the barons.
Wait, he's getting new men in? So the barons don't like his immigration policy.
So all his underlings are all like, you're promoting all these like peasants.
Yeah. They don't like peasants.
They don't like peasants.
They don't have royal blood. They don't have blue blood. They got red blood. Red blood. Disgusting.
And so they all got the shits because this meant that, you know, that they had trouble. So the barons all had like quick access to, you know, the king. They could ask the king a question, the king would say yes, but they lost access to him. So they all got the shit. So it meant, like, you know, if they wanted to get grants or petition something or anything like that, it was very difficult for them. They all cracked the shits about it.
They had to go through HR. They didn't like that.
So he'd lost Normandy to Philip. So that top bit of France is now back in Philip's hands. So John decides that he's going to go back and get it. But he fails.
Doesn't have to worry about Rollo.
Well, Rollo's his 3-time great-grandfather. No.
Yes, he did say he was related to everyone.
He is related to everyone. So that fails in 1205. He tries to get in 1206. That fails. He's running out of money. He then gets into a fight with the Pope. So the Pope declares that he wants a central authority. He wants to control the church from Rome, whereas England wants to control the church from England. They argue over who should be the archbishop. And I was just looking at the time. You know, we've already hit an hour. I still got a few pages to go.
You do.
Let's just end it there.
Should we make
at
it
the end.
double?
And we end here. That's it. We run out of time. Who knows whatever happened to him?
History Squirt.